using wallpaper and a Michaels Hot Buy pad to make a cover for a journal and home decor. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm using a Hot Buy paper pad from Michaels again to work in a journal and home decor. So I am going to start with this cover, and it is wallpaper, and I've added 9x6 wallpaper sheets to the shop. You get 8 of them, so check that out. The description in the description box below will take you straight to the shop. And so we are going to start by making a cover. If you're here for home decor, go to this time and it'll show you can start there. Okay, so we're going to use the same idea for a cover and for some home decor. So I'm going to use my handy dandy cutter here, and I am going to cut one of the cut aparts. Okay, so I have my 9x6 piece of wallpaper that I'm going to use for the cover, and then I like to sew onto the cover some of part of what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to be using this little wreath here. I'm in the kitchen, that's the refrigerator, filling the ice because I just filled my cup with ice so it thinks it needs more. And so here we go. So I have this little square, and then I'm going to figure out what else I want to put on it and what direction do I want it. I'm going to put the blue down at the bottom, I think. Okay, so this is a Hot Buy paper pad from Michaels. I have this gold doily that I'm going to add. Yeah, it does kind of take away. So let's see. I have the leaf over here, and I guess I had put some orange raffia on the leaf. You know, I kind of like this where so we can see more of it in it, and then we can just come down into this corner. So I will be collaging onto the cover this right here. So I'm going to be putting this down, and then this, and then these I can glue. So we'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and sew these onto the cover. So I'll be sewing this to this down in this area, and then I'll be putting this. Okay, so we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So next I'm going to cut my strings, and you'll see I used the zigzag around the doily onto the small square, and then I used a straight stitch around the square. And on the doily, I remembered to start it down here. On the other one, I started it up top. I would recommend starting them both down below where you know you are going to be, or wherever it is you're going to be collaging on top of it. Okay, so for a cover, my next thing that I'm going to want to do is to reinforce the center. You want to reinforce your spine with something so that it doesn't get compromised and fall apart. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to my spine. Put it down. Does make it a little harder to close, but that's okay. Okay, and cutting off the extra. And then again folding it. Okay, and I'm gonna break the memory. This will help it a little bit. Okay, so The next thing that I'm going to want to do is add some of the paper, and I'm going with a fall theme here and with the memories. So I think I'm looking for leaves like that. That'll be great. Leaf paper. So I did have, when I asked the questions last, I asked people what they were looking for, what kind of things would they like to see, and one of the things was covers. So we are going to do, that's part of how I ended up with this video. Other part is I am decorating my house, and I am using the Hot Buy pad. Okay, so we are 12 inches by 9. So we're going to come over here to 9 inches. Chip is in here checking everything out. Okay, we're going to cut that off. And then I'm going to want a pocket in here of some sort. So I'm going to grab another page from this, but I really like this, like a lot. And it does match the cover, right? Okay, so I'm gonna cut this a little less than 6 inches. I'm gonna go 5 3/8. Okay, now I could have cut a pocket and had it go across this way, but this time I want a pocket that goes this way. So I'm gonna cut this at 9 inches because I do want it to go all the way to the top. That's gonna give me a beautiful tag for in here. Then I'm gonna come and cut this corner to corner. Or no, I'm going to leave this area here because it's not going to do me any good anywhere else. And I'm going to measure, I'm going to be on this corner and at this corner, and I'm going to cut it. Okay? So that gives me a pocket like that. And I'm just going to put it inside. Now I do need to fold this in half. Okay, folding this in half. Making sure we have a good fold there. And I am going to use a glue stick and just glue here and here, just so I have something to hold this while I sew this inside here. Okay, and that gives me this pocket in the front, and I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use this probably as a top tuck somewhere in the journal, but we could use this pocket in the back. Might as well, right? Okay. So there we go. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And I forgot to put this in, but that's okay. So this is the inside. This is our outside. We're going to cut our strings. That's up to you if you want to cut your strings or not. I do usually cut as I go. I have a string thing. My grandma passed that on to me. She was a seamstress. And so I just happen to have the hot glue gun on. I'm going to go ahead and put my pocket in with the hot glue because it's here. It's now knocked over, but there's my pocket. So it's okay if you forget to sew your pocket in. You can always come back and glue it. Okay. So you want to keep telling your seam who's boss if you've used, depending on what you've used for that. Okay, so next I do have the leaf, and then I did cut also from the hot buy pad from this page. I used my 2-inch, I think it's the 2-inch scallop punch, and I came in and I cut that out so you can see. I think it came from here. I've used several. You'll see those in other videos or in the home tour. And then we have the leaf, and we are just going to go ahead and put down a puddle of hot glue. You can use your regular glue, but we did find out the other day that these leaves that I purchased, they with the one type of glue, they were bleeding. Literally, it was a red leaf. So yeah, so I'm just kind of pinching it to move it around a little bit. And then I did go ahead and I distressed with my vintage photo, and I just rubbed it on. Just gave it, actually, instead of just distressed, it kind of looks wood. And I'm going to use my hot glue again because it's here. Okay, and just add that. And you can see there are several different images that you can use from this paper pad. This is from this year, from Michaels, and I really like it. So there is a cover ready to have some pages done. So now let me show you what I did for my home that was similar. We're going to do a second one here because I have a second picture frame. So this is what I did. This is wallpaper background, and then I sewed this from one of the cut apart pages, and I added this raffia with the leaves. And so what I did is I took my wallpaper. So this is from a wallpaper sample pack. See this? So I needed wider than a 12 by 12 paper. So your 12 by 12 paper would be this wide, and you see it wasn't going to fit. So I was like, well, what can I use? And I remembered I had my husband take the nails out of this that were holding it. And so welcome to those that are just here for home decor, by the way. If you've just joined us, we are going to make a, we're going to fill a picture frame that I already have. This is something I like to do rather than having another picture frame, you know, another item. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take my summer lemons that I got at Dollar General. Okay, so I have my wallpaper here, and this is going to be good and similar. So I have taken one of the inside pieces of the wallpaper, and I have made a template of the inside of the picture frame. Okay, so, and I had it so that it would go down inside, but on this one it doesn't. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it does go down inside a little bit, and I can always cut it smaller if I need to. So I'm just going to use this template. And the way that I made the template is I put the sheet of paper down with one edge here, and then I marked it with my fingernail, and I cut it, and then I came back and I marked it with my fingernail and I cut it. Yeah, real technical, but it did work. As you saw, I did already make one of these and I love it. And I'll be doing something similar to this for Christmas as well. Just using these because the nail holes are already in the wall, and it's an interesting size. So with the ones that I will use for Christmas, the difference will be I will be using some of my Mr. and Mrs. Santa Clauses to help to decorate it, because that's, if I'm gonna decorate something in the kitchen, it's gonna have them. And I'm trying to, some of the paper things that I have, I'm trying to get them put on something. So I am going to be putting this right on the top of this particular one. So we're going to cut this down just a little bit. So slivers, you're just cutting slivers. There we go, fits. Okay, so next I am going to add from the Hot Buy paper pad. So you can look through it, find something that you like. I'm going to use this here. And so we just go in, cut out the parts that we want. And since this is the second time I've done this part of the video, I already have it cut. So I'm going to go ahead and go and sew this on just like we did the cover, sewing the cut apart onto the wallpaper. Okay, so there we go. We have our stitching around the outside. I've cut my strings, and now we're going to just add it to my summer lemon decor. I'm going to go ahead and push it down. Now, I'm just going to put it in here. You could go ahead and attach it. I did attach, I do have another one that I did. Okay, so this one was just a picture frame. I put the green in the back, and then I cut out one of these, and I've placed it on top in case I just want to come in for Christmas and add the other one right on top. If not, I'll do the whole thing. But this one also is home decor in my kitchen. And now for the raffia part, I'm down to little pieces. So I'm just going to take a couple of the pieces. Remember I said I have orange in the kitchen, and I'm liking the orange, but I might have too much. I'm just going to go ahead and put the two pieces together so that I have a big enough piece, hopefully. And I'm going to bring it in together, and I'm going to tie it to start with. Okay, so just tie it. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make our bow. We're going to go edge to edge and back, and we'll bring in this piece. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I have this this circle that I've been using as a background piece. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on. We'll just glue the bow here. Okay, and then pull it away and glue it. Don't burn yourself. Pull it away. This raffia is probably like 30 years old. And I don't think I'm exaggerating. So we can just come in and try tying this. There we go. And cut it. Cut it. Okay, and then the way that I've done this, I can go ahead and move it to where I want it. And that is my home decor. And my home decor. So those are my two home decor pieces. And we made a very quick cover. So with pockets. And it is ready to fill and be beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this video where we made an item for a junk journal and an item for my home using the same techniques. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other home decor videos in the description box down below, as well as the wallpaper kits. The wallpaper cover kits that are available now on the Etsy shop. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Bye. Bye-bye.